All right, 1, 2, 3. Test.
Test, testicles. Testing 1, 2, 1, 2.
This thing keeps like muting itself. Well, it's not great. So if you see me or if you stop hearing me, let me know.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, I don't know, for some reason it keeps popping up. Maybe I'm hitting the keyboard or something. Okay. Good morning, Jamie Batista.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
All right, here we go.
Stars at night are big and bright. Deep in the heart of Texas, the prairie skies are wide and high. Deep in the heart of Texas, deep in the heart of Texas.
Hello. Welcome to Bwaaa.
Hello.
King of the Hill podcast. I'm Mike.
And Bwaaa, I'm Rusty.
There he is. Thank you guys for being here, and thank you for commenting on that intro. I like it too. I think it's pretty freaking unique, honestly.
I enjoy it. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy it.
Well, Christmas is over.
It is, and the new year is upon us.
How'd yours go?
It was great. I got a cool new little sound toy, and that's what I'm using today to record with.
So what'd you get?
A 4th gen Focusrite Solo.
Okay. 4th gen Focusrite Solo.
I got some other stuff, but that is the key item that I wanted, or asked for rather, and got. So.
And this thing, it's an interface, right, for your XLR. Plus, it's got levels and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's an interface, and it's a one instrument, one microphone interface. So essentially, I can connect a guitar or a MIDI controller or something like that to it to record audio inside of a DAW. Which, for those of you that don't know, a DAW is like audio editing software.
A DAW.
I don't know what it stands for. It's like audio something, direct audio something or another, but
I thought it was digital audio.
Oh yeah, digital audio
warehouse. I don't know.
Digital audio workspace.
Yeah, workspace. There it is.
Yeah.
All right, we are gathered here today to go over and enjoy King of the Hill Season 8, Episode 09, or in the year of our Lord 8ABE03.
And this is the one I had a note card for.
There you go. This is Ce n'est pas un King of the Hill. So that's my.
It would be. Well, I remember I practiced this one. Is Ceci ni pas un peep, or not peep? King of the Hill. Which is a play on. I'll go ahead and get the rundown of this. All right, so this is episode 158, and I think Mike said the date. It's January 25th, which is a month away from where we are now.
2004.
Yep. So the writer of this particular episode happened to be a pretty artsy person, somebody who may have been well versed in arts and crafts or something of those sorts.
Arts and crafts.
So here we go. So the title is a play on an art piece by an artist named René Magritte, which is a French Belgian. For those of you that don't know, Belgium is half French and half German in its language. and it's Belgium as well. They speak Belgian, but like it's got a French region and a German region and stuff like that. But the title of the painting was actually originally it's called oh man, I didn't have that written down in my notes. It's called
De Wiener de Schnitzel.
No, La Trahison des Images, which is the treachery of images by Rene Magritte. But the other name for it, which it goes by name, there's a caption that says "Ceci n'est pas un pipe," which means this is not a pipe. But it was a picture of a pipe. It's just a joke, and there's a quote. They're like, "Well, how is it not a pipe? It's not, you know." And he says, "The famous pipe. How people reproached me for it, and yet." Could you stuff my pipe? No. Is it just a representation? Is it not? In short, it's a painting. It's not a pipe. So that was his whole play on it.
Could you stuff my pipe?
It was like a manifesto of modern art and its non-representational nature and stuff like that. But so yeah, it's surreal art or whatever, and it was actually painted in 1929, oil on canvas. And if you want to see it, if it's on display, I'm not sure, but I know the LA County Museum actually owns it. All right, now that that's over, I want to talk about the writer of this episode. Okay, so the writer of this episode is actually a pretty good screenwriter. His name is Eaton Cohen. Yeah. He co-wrote Idiocracy with Mike Judge. So that's his big claim to fame. He also wrote Tropic Thunder.
Oh, wow.
A big one that he worked with. And for this episode here that we're going to go over today, he won an Annie Award, which is like an international animation award kind of thing.
You're saying Annie like A-N-I?
Like A-N-N-I, like Annie, are you okay? Are you okay?
Well, I'm assuming it's animation though, right?
No, it's Annie Award, but I think that it boils down to something to do with animation. Yeah. And it was directed by Trisha Garcia. She recorded 26 episodes over 13 seasons. She was also a storyboard artist on 16 episodes. And she was an animation and retake timer for 4 episodes. And she's pretty much worked on all 13 seasons of King of the Hill before the new seasons. And then she also did 35 episodes of a TV show called Hamster and Gretel.
Hamster and Gretel.
All right. And now, last but not least, the voices. We have some voices.
It's like you're cheating at an exam here. You know, you got these cards and you got all the little writing on it and stuff.
All the little writing. I like it.
It takes me back.
Yeah, I like it too. Well, we've got voices. So there's a guy in here named Fred on this episode, and he is voiced by a character actor by the name of Mickey Cat. I personally have never heard of this guy, but Nicky Cat. Sorry, not Mickey.
Nicky Cat.
I said
K-A-T-Z.
Not Mickey. No, K-A-T-T. N-I-C-K-Y. K-A-T-T, and if you see his face, you'll recognize him. He looks like the lead singer of Train, really. Like he could. That's what he kind of looks like. But he was in Dazed and Confused. He was in Boston Public, and he's actually how do I say this in a YouTube friendly way? He is no longer with us due to his own actions.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, April 2025.
He unalived himself.
There you go. That one. Yeah. April 2025 at the age of 54. Wow. He actually started off as a child actor, and then he would always play kind of like a villain or something like that. But he played
actors. Did you see that one from Nickelodeon that they found on the street?
I did see that. Yes, I did see that.
God, that poor guy.
Yeah, that was kind of wild. Yeah, apparently it's self-induced from everything that I read about it. Yeah,
sure. But he looked terrible.
Yeah, well, his parents have tried to help him and get him so it's kind of like a thing where a lot of child actors go that way because they're child actors. and their parents don't really care, and they're being used for their money and stuff like that. That wasn't really the case in his situation. He just happened to be somebody who liked drugs and being on the street. But the Nicky Cat that I just mentioned, he actually played Clint Bruno, which is the high school bully in Richard Linklater's Dazed and Confused. So he was the bully. He was the high school bully.
Yeah.
So that was the movie he was in.
I keep getting older and the girls stay the same age.
Yeah. He was also in Time to Kill, Suburbia, and he played in the movie Insomnia. And then got another voice. That was a good movie. I don't know what role he played in that movie, but he was in it. And then last but not least, the last voice on here is actually Stephen Root's wife.
Oh,
Margot.
She plays
character.
Margot?
Character Margot. Her name is Romy, so either Romy or Rami. Rosemont. And she's been in CSI, Glee, Private Practice, Prison Break, as well as many other things, I'm sure. And now that the first 10 minutes of the show is burnt through, that is the notes I wrote last week, thinking that it was for that episode, but I got my episodes mixed up. So,
all right. Well, we are thoroughly informed.
We're there.
To the pipe or no pipe. All right. So we start this sucker at the Hill House. Hank and Peggy are in bed. It is what I can tell on the clock about 6:07 a.m. There is a car crash that we hear on the outside. Hank gets up and looks out the blinds and sees Buck out in his car in Hank's driveway. It sounds god awful when you hear it from inside their bedroom. I really expected there to be like a pileup or something in front of them. So he's like, Buck, and he runs outside. Oh, thank goodness. This horn was giving me an awful headache. And so it's like Buck, he's drunk. He's over on his horn. You know, I don't think there goes a moment in Buck's life that he's not drinking some.
The horn is playing the Yellow Rose of Texas.
That's right. He goes, Hank says, is there a propane leak? Oh God, it's goober smooches, isn't it? I told him that was a death trap. That buffet was a death trap. And now, old top, I come a calling with good news. The zoning board approved. You mean the new storage yard, triple storage capacity. He goes, wow, the new storage yard. I can't believe it's finally happening. It's like it's a dream, you know. It's finally happening. This storage
finally happening. Yeah, he's like a kid, you know, at Christmas. I'm finally getting to open this one gift I've always wanted.
Getting it. Hey, what's up, McLean? He goes, just one problem though. I need you to buy me some art. He says, sir, zoning board won't approve something for nothing. They passed the public art law. Got to beautify one part of town if they're going to let you uglify another. It keeps everything nice and even. You got to beautify one if you're going to uglify the other.
Yeah, a lot of places do that. Yeah, where they make you like do something.
Hank says
reclamation. That's what it's called. Reclamation.
There you go. Hank says, but I don't know the first thing about art. Oh, zoning board can't hang excuses in City Hall, Hank. Now get to buying. And he takes off. So later in the house, Hank is on the phone. I love the fact that Hank's excuse or Hank's go-to whenever he doesn't know what to do about something, basically Hank's Google is AAA. You know, he just calls AAA because why wouldn't you call AAA? The guy's like, hello, AAA. He goes, hey there. Oh, hey, Hank, what can I do you for? So, you know, this is like a daily, if not weekly, if not daily call that Hank makes to this guy at AAA because he knows him by his voice. He goes, well, I got kind of a tall order for you, Fred. I need some help with buying some art. The guy, you know, to the AAA guy's credit, he doesn't miss a friggin' beat. He's just like, let's see. There's the McMainberry Artist Colony. Oh, do they have good art? Couldn't say, but it's one of this month's great drives. So they take off. Bobby and Hank take off in the truck, and they're driving out to the place that the AAA guy recommended. And the first thing you hear from Hank is, boy, this is a great drive. I mean, he's just loving driving out here. Bobby says, do you already know what kind of art you're going to buy? Because I should let you know now I'm willing to pose for a statue. Thanks, Bobby, but this art's going to be put in the median on Travis Boulevard. A lot of people drive by there on their way to the interstate, and I want them to get inspired when they get there. So they pull up to the McMainerberry Artist Colony, which looks very impressive at first, and then it pans out, and it's in the middle of a strip mall. The other places that you can see there are the Art Colony Pizza and Subs, Creative Supplies, and Artist Space. Those are the ones that I could read. So they get out and they're heading into the Artist Colony in the strip mall. And he walks in and he goes, what kind of? And the guy's there and says, oh, thank God you're here. I hadn't been able to send a fax in 2 days. So, of course, he looks at Hank and thinks he's the guy here to fix his IT.
Well, he looks like an employee.
He does look like an employee. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm Hank Hill, Strickland Propane. I need to buy a piece of public art about 3 feet across, 5 or 7 feet tall. I love the fact that it's not what the art's about. It's not the feeling that the art gives you. It has to be these specifications, 3 foot by 2 foot.
Yeah, I need art. It has to be about this big by this big and no breasts.
No breasts. Doesn't have to be real arty. No nudity, of course. Maybe something with a lion or a bald eagle. Yeah, Hank, I'm sure they got a lot of lions and bald eagles. Something that says America. The guy says, oh, wait. I've got it. A life-size portrait of George Washington. It's a hologram. From here, George Washington, he starts flipping it back and forth. But from over here, he morphs into Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, Washington Hitler.
Yeah.
So I just got through listening or watching here a couple days ago. I think it's on Prime Video, but it was a documentary about George Washington.
Yeah.
And it was kind of I guess it's stuff you don't learn when you're in school, but my fun fact, I guess, from that documentary I watched is he never really wanted to be president. Like all the things that he wrote and all the conversations he had with people, he's like, I really don't want to do this, but if I don't do it, there'll be like this weird power struggle, and I don't want people to like ruin what we just fought for. So like I guess I have to do it. And then he would go around asking people questions and stuff because there's no precedent. So there's like no precedent for presidents. So he didn't know how to conduct himself. So a lot of like early traditions and things like that, like they used to walk the streets. They used to have people come in and talk to him, like kind of like a king would allow people to come and have court with the king kind of thing. But he was doing that where he would let just random guys off the street come and talk to him. They actually stopped that after James Garfield, because James Garfield got shot and killed. And he was he was like the last super accessible, like reach out and shake his hand president before they started having like security and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so George Washington is our first president underneath the United States Constitution. We had presidents before that underneath the Articles of Confederation, but the first U.S. Constitution American president was George Washington, and he didn't want to be president. And
Washington Hitler. And so they go to another store, and the other artist is talking to him. Picture Ronald Reagan. He's squatting over, and Hank's just like, and they leave there. Goes to the next artist, and he goes, oh, I have just the thing. I'm calling it Industrial Penis Number 5. And she starts to take the cloak off of it. And he goes, Bobby, car. And they just take off, man.
That's
Industrial Penis Number 5. Hey, I've got a little thing. Don't let me forget that when we get to the end of this episode, now don't get all excited, everybody, but we have the opportunity to put some merch out there. And there's 3 quotes that I want to make merch out of, but I'm going to give our folks a chance to vote on which one we do first.
Alrighty.
Okay.
And I thought, and here I was thinking that you're going to pull out Industrial Penis Number 6.
Well, we could, and it's just under a cloak, you know.
There you go.
All right, so we're out in the alleyway. We got Hank, Bill, and Boomhauer. Hank says, and then it just got worse from there. I don't get it. I just wanted to buy something that people would want to look at, spruce up that highway median. Isn't that what art's supposed to be? Well, I'm not sure about that, Hank. Boomhauer, hey man, you know, you dang old native man talking about dang old.
Your microphone stopped.
I have this weirdest thing. My microphone has been going in and out all day for some reason. So Boomhauer, he just says, he talks about Dada a little bit, which, do you know about Dada? Like the Dada art movement?
Oh, Dadaism. Yeah. Like Salvador Dali and that Dadaism, that kind of stuff, that like weird
I think
surreal
he was on the
stuff.
back end of it. The Dada movement was a reaction to World War One, and this is really the only thing I remember from art history, and it was ridiculous for ridiculous sake, like non-usable things that don't make sense. So they felt like because of the war, their world had been turned upside down, and so they basically took their art and turned it upside down and just had it make no sense, right?
Yeah, because it was German, right? Wasn't it a German movement?
Yeah, it was a German movement. But I remember when I was in art school, I took that art history class and we started talking about Dadaism, and for some reason it struck a nerve with me. I really enjoyed it. And we had to come up with a Dada project, and it was just a sketch, that we would.
Yeah.
And so what I did is a recliner, like a real plush recliner, but it plugs into the wall and there's spikes in the seat. So it's something that you couldn't use, and it was electric for no reason, and so it was supposed to be a demonstration of Dada of some kind. But that's all I really remember about Dada, other than the stuff I've read in like my art history books and stuff.
So I
think art history is fascinating.
So that was like pre-surrealism then. That was like the precursor to surrealism, because surrealism is Salvador Dali, where it's like,
so that fed into
melting
Salvador
and
Dali and stuff like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah, Dada movements, it's fascinating because you think of it as younger than it is. It goes back to, like I say, a reaction to World War One, which is crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. I guess all those exiled Germans had to have something to do.
Well, you ain't kidding. That was when they had a Kaiser. So he's like, dang old big old ideas, blah, blah, blah. And Hank says, I never could understand a word of that art mumbo jumbo. No, you can't understand anything Boomhauer says. That's what you can't understand.
No, you can't.
All right. So Bill has to put in his 2 cents. What I never understood is why a pretty girl would model naked and let someone paint her. And if she'd do that for just anyone, or like Bill's trying to think, how do I get a naked girl in front of me?
Yeah, he's a little weirdo.
In comes a clanking noise, like clank, clank, clank.
Clunk, clunk.
Dale is in a suit of armor, an entire suit of armor from head to toe, and he's got a couple of golf clubs in his hand. And Hank's like, what the? He goes, it's me, from inside the thing. He puts a little visor up, like you do on the the knight's face. He goes, Don Quixote's authentic Spanish cuisine and karaoke went out of business, and then guess what I bought from them? A suit of armor. Like they didn't know. Bill says, is it real? Well, yeah, Bill, he's right in front of you. I was hoping you'd ask me that. Gentlemen, 9 irons, and he hands them the golf clubs, and they start whacking at him just because they can,
tee it off on him.
Start hitting him with the clubs. He goes, ha, this is amazing, I'm invincible, come on, Hank, take a whack. He goes, well, as much as I'd like to hit you with a golf club, I can't do it right now. I got to come up with some art. Don't be afraid of the groin, boys. And so they're just
I like how he refers to it as art, and like he just keeps saying, I gotta find some art. I gotta come up with
I gotta find some of the art. All right, now we're at the Hill House at the dinner table, the actual formal dinner table. Bobby says, I don't think those artists ever shower. It was like just when you thought you never smelled anyone worse than the one guy, bam, the next guy smells even worse. And he's pretty fucking close on that. Hank said, it was awful. Peggy makes me wish there was some way to buy art without the, artists and whatnot. She goes, well, maybe I can help find something.
I wish there was art to buy that included none of the people that make it.
Right. Yeah. Hank probably loves AI, at this point.
He probably does.
Peggy says, maybe I can help you find something, because of course you can, Peggy. I've always had an artistic bent, and I have decorated every birthday cake in this family for 20 years. Well, that makes you an artist, I guess. Hank says, yeah, I remember the cake you made for Bobby's 4th birthday. That one that looked like a train. Bobby's like, chocolate chip cookie wheels. That's all he remembers. He goes, well, heck, Peggy, why don't you just make the art? It can't be very hard. I mean, even the people who do it for a living don't seem very good at it. Peggy says, well, Hank, only if I can think of an idea. She goes, now let me think. Propane, America, the future. She's in the background as she's thinking. We see Dale walking across the top of a house in his suit of armor, and then he just like falls off just to see if he can do it or not. She goes, I've got it, a probot. He goes, a what? He goes, a probot, Hank, a robot made entirely of propane tanks, welcoming the people of Arlen to the future, a future of Arlen pride and hard work and clean burning barbecues. And stop, Peggy, stop. Can you do it for under $800? That's all he cares about. It has to be about this big. It has to be under $800. All right. So we're at the Fun Center batting cages, which I've never seen this place before. There's some guy over there just whacking at balls, you know, because it's a batting cage, of course. And we see Dale there in his suit of armor getting hit with baseballs. The guy that's over in the next.
It reminds me of Happy Gilmore when he was getting hit with baseballs, getting ready, practicing for hockey.
Well, there's that one, and then there's dodgeball. You can dodge a ball. You can dodge a wrench. You can dodge a ball.
Yeah, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
So the guy next to him is like, buddy, can you stop that? He goes, no, I don't. You, buddy, you want to stop that? He goes, no, I don't, you armorless jackass, and there's nothing you can do about it. Bill's there, of course. Dale, maybe we should get out. And the ball hits Bill. He goes down. All right. So now we're out at the median where they're going to put this stuff. And there is dedicated to the people of Arlen on the Probot on the median. So this Probot is just a robot made with, McLean is telling us that Fun Center, the episode with paintballs and Green Day. So that's the same Fun Center, which I didn't even think about that. Yeah, he's right. Fun Center.
Either.
Yeah, the one who shot Kane Scatterberg. All right. So we're out there and they're taking a look at it, and they're in the median with this Probot who is just a bunch of propane tanks. It looks like a robot. For some reason, Peggy can weld, which we've never been told of this, but all of a sudden she can weld.
You could deduce that she knows how to weld by growing up on a horse farm in Montana.
That's true.
You could say there's a high chance that she had to learn how to weld to do pipe fencing.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But she does have a beret on, which I think is a little artiste of her. Hank says,
that is a little artiste of her. I think their beret is a really pretentious hat.
The beret is a very pretentious hat. Anytime I see somebody wearing a beret, I wonder what they're trying to tell me. And that message is usually, I'm better than you.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah.
I don't know why anybody would want to wear one, but they say that the modern beret is similar. Is similar to hair or a hat or a beret or whatever you want to call it. There's been similar headgear. They had it in the Bronze Age across Northern Europe, as far as like Crete and Italy, and it was actually worn by like the Minoans and the Etruscans and the Romans and stuff like that. So it's actually been around for a really long time. And
I'm sure. Yeah.
They say that the artists' association with the beret starts in like the 17th century with Rembrandt. So that's where it supposedly came into fashion for
Rembrandt. Beret
artists. Yeah, and then the military berets were actually the first military to have a beret was in 1889. It was a French outfit. Their Chasseurs Alpins, which is their mountain infantry. So I learned some French. Yeah,
Ghetto Cowboy said he had to wear them in the army.
Yeah, they were adopted by everybody, because what happened is in World War I, a British general proposed a beret for one of his guys because he had seen he had seen these French mountain infantry in combat, and he saw their berets, and he was like,
that left side of their head needed to be covered.
That's a snazzy little hat. So
that's a snazzy little hat.
I think it's mostly associated with from what I associated with is mostly like special forces units. The SAS, the SAS wears them. I had a buddy who was a ranger in the army, and then like Ghetto Cowboy said he had to wear a beret in the army too. My buddy did. So I don't know. I think it's the elites. I always think of an elite fighting unit whenever I see the beret, not art.
Yeah, no, I don't think of art very often. All right, so they are standing out there taking a look at this dumb thing. And Hank says, I never thought.
Your microphone just cut out again.
Oh, this microphone is killing me. So Hank says, I never thought anything could put this crazy propane game in perspective, but you did it. So what do you think, sir? He's talking to Buck, of course, who's standing out there with him. He goes, it don't matter what I think. It could be a statue of two dogs a humping as long as the zoning board thinks it's art. Well, I'm not sure about that. And what? Oh, speak of the devil, Margot, you look just radiant. So up comes Margot and all the people that are going to approve this. So the zoning board, she says, interesting. She's looking at the probot. She goes, what does everyone think? And then they're all just yes men, right behind right behind her. They go, what do you think? And she, real interesting. What do you think, Margot? And who is the artist? Peggy says, voila, Peggy Hill. She says, Peggy Hill? Wait, aren't you my daughter's substitute Spanish teacher? She says, so you can see the Spanish influence in my work. No, she just sees you as a science teacher. Is this some kind of joke? What? You're a substitute teacher, not a real artist. This is crap, complete crap, unmitigated crap. I don't appreciate you wasting my time, Buck. Permit denied. And they all leave. So this is bad. This is a bad thing. They don't like the probots because they're gross and weird, and Peggy's.
They're very weird.
Yeah, they are very weird. But I have seen these things before in many places. So they permit denied. They take off. Buck says, yeah, but I want some art, Hank. I don't care if you have to rob a museum to get it. And Peggy says, I can do this, Buck. Just give me another chance. Oh, what about your idea about the two dogs? And he gets in the car and he's starting to take off. He goes, sorry, Peggy. You had your bite at the apple. He drives off and he leaves them in the median. And Hank says, well, there goes our ride. So I guess they rode out with him and he just freaking took off. So
just left him there.
Doesn't seem very nice.
All right. It seems very him, though.
It does seem very Buck. That'll take us to our first commercial break. We'll take that and we'll be right
back.
There it is.
Join the Daily High Club, the premier destination for glass water pipes, vaporizers, and accessories. Since 2015, we've sold over 1 million quality products and teamed up with legends like Snoop Dogg and Tommy Chong. Ready to elevate your smoking game? Visit dailyhighclub.com for our El Primo subscription box or shop unique pieces today.
Discover the world of luxury sex toys at Luxury Toy X and indulge in the ultimate pleasure experience. For years, we have been dedicated to the belief that sexuality and wellness are essential components of a happy and healthy life. With over 70,000 satisfied customers, we take pride in our ability to provide products that enhance your sexual well-being. Join our community of satisfied customers and unlock a world of pleasure and self-discovery. Visit luxurytoyx.com today.
Apollo Neuro is a new kind of wearable that helps your body recover from stress, that helps you calm down and feel better. You sleep better, and you can get back to being yourself. Learn more at apolloneuro.com.
I'm Hunter, the founder of Hello Cake, and today we're digging into ED meds. The number one thing we hear is that guys are sick of waiting for ED meds to kick in. Traditional ED meds take about an hour to kick in as they have to go through your digestive system, where Hello Cake's ED medication dissolves under your tongue and works in about 15 minutes. That's about 3 times faster than traditional ED medication. Curious about ED meds? Go to hellocake.com.
Relax with Hemp Delicious. Organically grown hemp, massively blended with delicious organic herbs, responsibly sourced for their holistic benefits. Each sip offers calming, antioxidant-rich wellness. Brewed just for you. Sip the calm with Hemp Delicious. Find your blend at hempdelicious.com.
Baby girl, were you staring at me? You know that's not convincing, right? Try again. Well, you shouldn't just be staring then. You should taste.
I miss your presence, your laughter.
Let me tell you, man, I'm not crazy about that last commercial there, where they're going to tell us about the chat bots.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah, it is definitely different. I am moving around all over the place, and I am so sorry for all of you folks who have to see this. This is what happens when I'm not in the studio. I just fuck with it until it gets worse. All right, so we are back. Okay, so we're at Hank's house. Peggy is digging into art history books. Bobby's watching TV. And she says, stupid Da Vinci with his stupid classical training. Margaret would probably marry him. And then Hank comes in. She goes, well, did the zoning board reconsider? Not exactly. Buck's setting up a meeting with some art dealer from Dallas, a guy named Jazz. Ooh. He just kind of shudders whenever he says the guy's name because it's Jazz.
That name is wild.
That name is pretty wild. A guy named Jazz. Ooh. So that's it? Just because I didn't go to some snooty art school, I can't make art? He goes, hey, you're preaching to the choir. I always liked the Probot. You look at the Probot, he looks at you, and you think, hey, things are going to be okay. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know that is one of the quotes. So if that one happens to come up, I do really like it.
Which one was it again?
You look at the Probot, he looks at you, you think, hey, things are going to be okay.
That's good.
And then if you just had one of the Probots down at the bottom of it, just real simple, that'd be nice. Okay, so we get back to Dale in his armor, and he and Bill are going around the neighborhood knocking on doors. He knocks on a door and he says to himself, sure, Peggy can make a metal man, but I'm living it. He knocks on the door. Guy answers the door, and he goes, is this some kind of joke? He goes, yeah, knock, knock. Who's there? Sweet revenge. He raises his face shield, and he goes, sweet revenge who? The guy's like, get out of here. He goes, not so fast, Mr. King of 8th grade. He goes, Gribble? He said, looks like you didn't count on me coming back in a suit of armor when you were throwing my lunch on the roof. No, I don't think anybody considered that, Dale.
I don't think anybody considered it. It wasn't even a remote possibility.
We're going to settle the score right now. And he pokes the guy in the chest. The guy pushes Dale down and he goes, cut it out. He goes, you and your flesh skin can't hurt me. Can he, Bill? Bill's over there like, no. Well, maybe we can talk about this. He goes, forget it, Bill. And he hits the trash can lid. He goes, there's no reasoning with this animal, this big fat animal, this big hairy fat, and he hits him over and over and over and finally knocks him out. All right, so we're back in the art world. There's a guy with a ponytail and a map. He's on the phone. He's driving. We are to assume this is Jazz coming into town.
Jazz.
Good old Jazz. He's where is the supposed to be a turnout? Whoa! And he pulls up right in front of the Probot. He goes, yeah, it's Jazz. Can you tell my 1 o'clock I'm going to be late? I just ran into something amazing over here. I absolutely love the way they treat Peggy in this thing because she gets what's coming to her, honestly.
Oh yeah, they do her kind of dirty in this episode. For sure.
It's very good though. Peggy and Bobby are in the kitchen, and she's like, if I am not an artist, what is that? And she shows a plate to Bobby, and it's 2 eggs as the eyes and the bacon smiling. And he goes, ah! And then you hear the doorbell ring. I don't know why. Sometimes it's a knock and sometimes it's a doorbell ring. And she goes,
I always knock even if there's a doorbell. So if somebody has a doorbell, I still knock.
Sure. she says, "Oh, it's crooked," and she just throws it in the trash. And Bobby's like, "Oh my god, where'd my eggs and bacon go?" She goes to the door, and there is Jazz at the door. Are you Peggy Hill, the Peggy Hill who created this? And he holds up a Polaroid of Probot and says, and she goes, "And who are you?" He goes, "Jazz Colton, art dealer." And so, of course, she lets him into their kitchen because she's going to talk to him all about her Probot, because she thinks that it's a big deal that maybe she's being discovered. She's a actual artist, which she is not. He goes, "Now tell me everything. You didn't go to art school, did you?" "Didn't need it." She goes, "I am completely self-taught," and she's very happy about this, right? And so she's very, very happy about this. He goes,
"Oh,
and
shitty pig."
And so, how does an artist like you end up here? She goes, "Well, I was born in a small town in Montana. I moved to Arlen in high school, and then I met Hank. We married 2 years later." He goes, "Oh, I've heard enough." She goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. This must be so boring for you." "Boring? It's a treasure. Peggy, I want to buy anything you can make. I want to sell your art." She's like, "You do?" He goes, "Everyone is going to want a Peggy Hill." So Peggy is now just floating on cloud nine because now she's an artist, right?
Yeah, now she's going to make millions of dollars selling art.
Yeah. You know what? Peggy is a very good representation of those people that want to be famous, not necessarily rich. You know, she just wants to be known. She wants people to know her, and she wants to be able to hold their head. That's what Peggy actually wants.
Which is weird.
Oh, it is weird. Definitely. Okay. So Peggy goes into the garage with a beret. She starts building Probots. We see a seal, a bullfighter, an artist, a giraffe, Lady Liberty, Abraham Lincoln, of course. I mean, who wouldn't want a Probot Abraham Lincoln? The phone rings. She goes, "Hello?" Jazz.
Is it Hitler too?
No, I don't think there's any Hitlers there. He goes, "So how's my best-selling artist?" She goes, "What? No, your stuff has been flying out of the gallery. Your latest, the Prinker, which is the thinker, but made out of propane."
The propane thinker, the Prinker.
The Prinker. He goes, "Brilliant.
Blonker.
That's why I've got a wonderful honor in store for you, Peggy. A gallery show just for you and the one other local artist." He says, "This is going to be your coming out party, the night that introduces you to the art world. How does that feel, superstar?" She's like, "Oh, can I invite everyone who didn't believe in me and really rub their noses in it?" He goes, "It wouldn't be an art show without it, Peggy. See you there." And he hangs up. So do not forget that he says one other local artist. She dials Margot.
Another local artist.
Local artist, give me cans.
Give me cans.
She dials Margot, and he goes, "Hello, Margot? Peggy Hill here. Yeah, the Peggy Hill who you said wasn't an artist. Listen, I just wanted to let you know that she is having a special gallery show in Dallas." "That's right. And I can get you in because you're lucky enough to know the artist." She hangs up. She goes, "My God, art is fulfilling." No, you holding it over people's head is fulfilling for you, Peggy. That's all that is. Peggy and Hank Peggy, Hank, and Bobby. They're all dressed up. They pull up to this art gallery, the Colton Gallery. Now, I don't know if that's a real gallery or not, but they pull up to the Colton Gallery in Dallas, we've been told, and they have the truck valet parked. So that's a first.
Valet parking.
They all get out and they're all dressed to the nines, right? Because this is a big deal. We hear, "Well, I don't know a lot about artists, but you sure are the prettiest one I've ever seen." And then you hear from off screen, "Peggy," and it's Margot, right? She comes running up. "Margot, you came. I'm impressed, Peggy, but between us girls..."
I like this scene. Yeah, go ahead, finish that line.
She goes, "But between us girls, I had a feeling your stuff was good. Why didn't I trust myself?"
I always like those scenes where they spend like the first part of the episode shitting on them, and then it's like, "Oh well, oh you
somebody else took an interest, so you must be good."
And then the best part is when Peggy tries to rub it in her face, and then 10 minutes later he's calling her, mentally handicapped and stuff like that. That's what I think. It's like she tried to stick it to her. So is Peggy being shitty Peggy trying to be shitty to somebody who was being shitty? In all fairness, she was being pretty shitty too. And then the shittiness just canceled itself out. It was like shitty plus shitty equals no shitty.
The banner that's coming up is just the greatest thing ever.
Oh yeah.
And of course, Clayton says, can't wait for Jimmy Richard.
Yeah,
All right.
Appearances. I really like Hank kicking his ass because that's literally the only person he actually physically hits.
I love when those characters that are very rarely used show up. You know, Jimmy Witchard and what's the name of the kid? Dooley, Clark Peters, those guys. Oh, just can't get enough of that stuff. You made some art.
Yeah.
All right. So she says, why didn't I trust myself, Peggy? She goes, oh, water under the bridge. Care to enter with the artist? She says, Bobby. And he gets out a beret. This is a new one with sparkles on it. And she puts that on and they all go in together, right? So Peggy is on cloud 9. She is an artist. She got a sparkly hat. I mean, you know, yeah. Ghetto Cowboy, you do have to love smug Peggy. Yep. That's really good stuff.
I like it when smug Peggy gets unsmugged.
Yes. Yes. It's just all a buildup, right? So there's a crowd in there. Jazz is addressing the crowd. He says, amazing. She's a genius. Oh, look at this. I find only real art comes from people who have no self-awareness, the outsiders who hover on the fringes of society. Oh, there's the guest of honor. And she comes in. They all applaud. You hear glass tinkling. He goes, what an evening, friends. What a special evening for art. You don't discover a Peggy Hill every day. It's a rare privilege, but then it happens. You find someone the art world has ignored, and they more applause. Here is someone who, despite having no formal education, has been able to touch us. Her mind lacks the fine tools of the academy, but she hacks and bludgeons with the blunt instruments of her unspoiled childlike spirit. Peggy starts getting a little confused, mad, angry. I don't know. She doesn't know exactly how to feel.
She definitely looks perturbed, if nothing else.
She does. Jazz goes on and says, since that day that she came down from the mountains and became the child bride of a simple laborer, Peggy's like, what? And now she's getting mad. He says, she has been looking for a way to express her anger at the world passing her by. She is angry. She is practically illiterate, but like a wounded animal crying out, she makes herself heard. Bless you, Peggy, for letting us hear you. And they all just applaud this illiterate Peggy. They look back and they see a banner. It's Peggy looking over her shoulder and Probot on the other side. And in the middle, it says, I ain't got no learning sculpture. I ain't got
That's
no
awful.
learning. Oh, man. Peggy turns around and she goes, what? I ain't got no learning. Oh, God, Hank. Hank's mad now. And Jazz goes on. Of course, we are here to honor another exciting new voice of outsider art. The only artist I've worked with who can be called Peggy Hill's peer, Jimmy Witchard. And he introduces Jimmy Witchard. Jimmy is in his baby blue tux, and he's dropping food and all kinds of stuff. And he's like, hey, Peggy. Hey, Peggy. He says, Peggy turns to, or Margot turns to Peggy because Peggy is very sad. She has now taken off her beret. Margot turns to her and goes, now it all makes sense. Peggy, you're an inspiration to inbred morons everywhere.
Oh,
that is rough, man. Inbred morons. All right.
She brought it on herself, though. She did bring it on herself.
Very much so. Hey, Peggy. All right. That's our second commercial break. We'll take that and we'll be right back.
Right back.
There it is. Bye.
Farmhounds offers natural treats and chews made with quality products that support family farms, regenerative agriculture, and humane farming practices. Give your dog the best with wholesome, organic ingredients that promote health and happiness. Shop now at farmhounds.com.
Tervis is all about staying hydrated. Each product is built to last and comes in endless designs to match your personality. Stay refreshed and express yourself with Tervis. Visit tervis.com today and find your perfect tumbler.
Protect your online privacy with NordVPN. Browse securely, access content from anywhere, and keep your data safe with military-grade encryption. Whether at home or on the go, NordVPN ensures your digital freedom. Stay secure. Download NordVPN today at nordvpn.com. That's NORDVPN.com. Looking for tickets to the hottest shows, games, and events? Ticket Liquidator is your one-stop shop for great prices, no hassles, and guaranteed tickets. Since 2003, we've been connecting buyers and sellers, providing access to sold-out events at prices lower than most secondary market options. Whether it's sports, theater, or concerts, our massive nationwide network ensures you get the tickets you want, guaranteed. For the best seats at the biggest events, start with Ticket Liquidator today at ticketliquidator.com. That's TICKETLIQUIDATOR.com. Ticket Liquidator.
All right, we got to catch up on a couple of quotes or a couple of messages here. McLean says that voiced by David Herman, he's talking about Jimmy Witchard. But then he also said that you've mentioned David Herman before, Office Space and Bob's Burgers, but have never mentioned his appearance in Dude, Where's My Car? I guess I don't remember him being in Dude, Where's My Car?
Yeah, I don't remember that either.
I honestly don't remember much of that movie. But
is
yeah,
he Zoltan?
Say it again.
Is he Zoltan?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
No, Hal Sparks was Zoltan.
Okay. Ghetto Cowboy really enjoys the way that they completely shit on her. I was in a box says that line feels like when Trip Larson tells Luann she's an ignorant woman. I'm a proud ignorant woman. He says it was their drug dealer in Dude, Where's My Car?
Oh, okay.
Neil. He was in the beginning with a weird dog. I was in a box also says you need to change your entire schedule around and record on Saturdays so I can listen kid free. Normally we would record on a Saturday. This being Christmas time and all that other stuff, it was just weird timing for everything. We'll get back on track.
David Herman is actually a Mad TV alumni, and also
that's right. I forgot about that.
Another voice actor that's on King of the Hill a lot is Phil Lamar. He's also one of the original ones that started because it was like Brian Callen, Orlando Jones. I think Artie Lang started there too.
Yes, he did.
Deborah Wilson.
There were a lot of people.
Nicole Sullivan. She was on the King of Queens.
Nicole Sullivan's pretty damn funny.
Yeah, she is. And then Mary Shear, she's hilarious too. She ended up being on iCarly.
McLean says Futurama. So I guess he was on Futurama as well.
Okay.
All right. So she dialed Margot and she told her that she was a turd. They went to the thing. And then Margot says, you're an inspiration to inbred morons everywhere. So now it's Sad Peggy in the art gallery. A patron comes up to her and says, I love your work. I was wondering, do you feel sad sometimes? Like your heart has a tummy ache? They're treating her just like a complete idiot. She turns to Hank and says, oh, Hank, let's get out of here. I'll get Bobby. Peggy storms up to Jazz, the art dealer, and says, Jazz, how could you? I ain't got no learning. He goes, you did say you didn't have any formal training. Montana, high school sweetheart. Look, I just spiced everything up a little. She goes, oh, God. So people weren't buying Probots because they liked them. They were buying them because they thought I was some kind of inbred hillbilly. He goes, of course.
Oh, no.
He goes, let's face it. Middle-class housefrau stacks a bunch of propane tanks. Even I'm falling asleep. But say it's made by someone straight out of Deliverance and ka-ching. He kind of bumps into Jimmy. Jimmy says, hey, you guys, you make guys too? I make guys. Don't you copy my guys. No, you got to shake. And then he looks at these people who are looking at his art and he goes, no, you got to shake it. The art don't work if you don't shake it. And he picks it up and just starts shaking it around because it's tin cans with sticks and googly eyes. I mean, it's just the worst. All right, later. We're at the Hill House. Bobby is shining up the tanks like they're shoes. And he's talking back at it. And how's the robot game treating you? I just love that kind of stuff from Bobby. Just the stupid little interstitials. Just the.
Oh, yeah.
Hank comes in and he sees a sad Peggy. And he says, so, I bet a lot of artists had people thinking they were all kinds of stuff before they got famous. She goes, did you see this letter from the zoning board? Dear Miss Hill, though the board understands you overcame a lot in your life, angry hillbilly is not the face of Arlen. We want to angry hillbilly is not the face of Arlen. We want the metal debris removed promptly. And look at the size of this typeface. She shows it to Hank and he goes, oh, that's pretty big. Like they wrote it out so big so some moron could read it very easily. Now we're back at the art dealer's office. Jimmy Witchard looks like he's just performed a show, like he's all disheveled again. And he's in there with Jazz. Jazz says, it was a great show, Jimmy. You're going to be a rich artist. He goes, hey, what happened to the stuff I made? He goes, your art, Jimmy? We sold it. You sold the stuff I made? I want it back. Give it me. He goes, remember, we sell it. I give you money. I can't make new stuff out of money. Give me cans. I want cans, the good ones. Yeah, to smash them. He goes, so you don't want any money? You want cans? Duh. He goes, all right, you're the boss, Jimmy.
Cans.
I'm the boss. He leaves. He goes,
so he holds the money and gives him cans instead.
Yeah. That's a good deal if you can get it.
All you want is cans? Yeah, we could work something out.
He tells Jimmy to stay angry as he's leaving. Hank comes in. He goes, oh, hey, Mr. Hill. He goes, don't give me that. You made a laughing stock out of my wife. He goes, I sympathize with you. Honest engine. I don't know that you can say that anymore, but it isn't going to happen. He goes, says who? It's good art, I tell you what. And they liked it before and they'll like it now. He goes, look, I can see the inbred hillbilly thing is really bothering you. Yeah, no shit. So I'll make you a deal. I'll say she's insane. But it's got to be criminally insane or we got nothing. He goes, no, that's it, mister. You just sold your last Probot. And he grabs one of the Probots and heads out the door. And Jazz behind him says, how about syphilitic? Hook hands? Transgender? I mean, he's looking for any way to make Peggy an artist. Hey, baby T 1889. Yo, what up? Rusty has exited the building. Next, we've got Dale in the armor in the street in the alley. He's knocking over garbage cans. He's just like, oops. He bangs into Bill, and Bill already has a bandage on his head. And he says, my beard, Dale, you did that on purpose. He goes, man, I'm taking your roses. And he goes over. He's sleeping. Look at him. Poor little Rusty. Rusty, come back to us,
here.
Rusty.
I'm here. Sorry. I'm here.
Rusty works nights, guys.
Yeah, I work nights. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. He knocks the beer out of Dale's hand. Then he goes over and he starts grabbing roses out of Min's yard. She's cussing at him in Laotian. And he stops the paper boy in the street, knocks him off the bike. He's talking to the neighbors and he goes, soft shells, cower before me. And you just hear the metal clanking. Bill's like, it ends now, Dale. You can't kick Rainy Street around anymore. And it swipes around and Bill's got trash can lids on and he's got his own armor on and he's going to fight Dale.
Yeah, he looks
now.
insane. Yeah.
He goes, oh, sweet, stupid Bill. And then you get a bunch of kicking and groaning and hacking coughs and breathing. And he knocks Dale over. And then Dale's like a turtle. He can't get up. He goes, Bill.
He's stuck on his back. Yeah.
He says, Bill,
bad idea.
He said, roll me over so I can kick your ass. He goes, actually, just move your ass closer. And then Bill says, Min, I believe this is yours, and hands the flowers back to her. So Dale has been conquered. That B story is gone.
He has. The B story is gone, and Dale is a big metal turtle.
Hank comes home with the Probot. Peggy's in the garage. She's wadding up plans for other Probots because she's fed up and she's embarrassed. And she goes, Hank, how could you bring that thing here? He goes, I don't want to see it torn down. I thought, I don't know, we could put it up in the yard somewhere. She goes, I want it dead, Hank. I can't stand it laughing at me, telling me it's not art, just a bunch of stupid tanks. He goes, why don't you sleep on that, Peggy? Besides, I don't have the right tools here. She goes, I want it dead now, Hank. Those tools, where are the tools? He goes, they're at Strickland. So the next thing is them at Strickland, and they're getting the light. They're lighting up the torch and stuff. They're going to cut these things apart, just get rid of them. And she goes, no, Hank, let me do it. That's right, metalhead. This is personal. Now, some customers start walking up behind them, and the guy says, all right, you're making another one. He goes, hey, honey, they're building another Probot. And so people start coming over, and she says, so you like it? He goes, yeah, every time I drove by it made me feel optimistic. She goes, really? Well, that's what I was going for. Another customer, hey, we're not exactly the art types, but do you think you can make us a little Probot for our lawn? And she says, oh, yeah, that'd be great. Can you make them to order? You think you can do one holding a pool cue from our rumpus room? She goes, well, sure. And then the guy on the side, how about holding the American flag? He goes, well, yeah, hold on. I need to write it down. And then Hank says, yeah, one at a time, please, so the artist can hear you. And then he starts taking orders, and we get our credits. So all
Washington
Hitler ends well.
Hitler.
And then we get a little Washington Hitler. Yep, and that is it, guys. That is season 8.
Yeah, I like that episode. I like how it ends
9.
with just a bunch of rednecks buying their art, their redneck lawn art. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like the windmills. You see a lot of windmills.
Definitely windmills. Those silhouettes of cowboys, that are leaning up against a tree.
Or the one where they're pissing or something, or no, it's like a cross. They're like praying to a cross, not pissing.
I've got there's a lady that I used to work with out at TSTC that she now makes yard art for a living. So she makes she makes those signs and stuff that says "Hello Spring" or whatever, that kind of stuff.
That is awesome.
All right, well, that gets us to the end of that. Rusty, you want to tell them where they can find us?
Yeah, you can find us napping at BWAAAKOTH. You can find us on all social medias at BWAAAKOTH.
We didn't say anything bad about you while you were under, I promise.
I wasn't gone long. I went back and I looked at it. I wasn't gone too long. I thought I was asleep for a while, and then I saw the dialogue. I was like, it was literally just a second.
We were good.
But it's your voice. It's like your talking voice.
So
you could read a book. You could read a book. I hope you could read anyway.
I can sometimes.
Yeah, so I appreciate it if y'all go to our YouTube in the new year. It is now, we're recording this on Sunday, December the 28th. So if you go over to our YouTube at youtube.com/@BWAAAKOTH, go over there and give us a like, a follow, a subscribe, and share with your friends.
Subscribe. Yeah, and guys, thank you so much for being here. Thanks to all the folks that show up in chat. No Arnie today. It's probably because it's a Sunday, but we always love seeing you guys, and we love putting up your quotes and reading them and listening to you and just
we appreciate you guys.
Super big kick out of you guys showing up. So thank you again. We really appreciate it. And I think that leaves maybe just one thing left to say.
We matanye.
Yeah, I agree. We matanye indeed. We'll see you guys. All right, 103.04.
103.04.
Nothing but hits. All right, let's do a quick Friday. This will be really quick. I've got I don't know do you have anything for it?
No, I figure we just do like a New Year thing because that's when it airs, right? Isn't that New Year's?
Yeah, it should be New Year's.
Friday is the 2nd. You could just air it on Thursday instead of Friday.
Yeah, we'll take care of it. No big deal.
Yeah.
But I have a quiz I want us to go over also.
Yeah, we can do that.
A dumb little King of the Hill quiz. And then we get to see all the ads. So that'll be fun. All right, let's get this sucker started and get Rusty into bed. Hang on.
Stars at night are big and bright. Deep in the heart of Texas, the prairie skies are wide and high. Deep in the heart of Texas, deep in the heart of Texas.
Hey there, everybody. Why are we in
Hey.
tiny boxes? No, we're not. Welcome to Bwaaa, King of the Hill podcast. I'm Mike.
And I am Rusty. And we have a question here in the chat, Mike.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you've ever seen the movie Rat Race. No, but I'm in the middle of living it. No, I have seen it. It's got Rowan Atkinson in it.
Rowan Atkinson. Rat Race.
Mr. B.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Let's see. I'm looking up the movie real quick because I want to see if I've seen it either.
Wanda Sykes. Does that Wanda
John
Sykes in
Cleese.
it, maybe?
John Cleese. Yeah. Yeah, I have seen that movie. Yes. It was like a it's almost like a Mad World or something like that.
That's actually what it was inspired by. That you say that it was inspired by that movie, but it's got Whoopi Goldberg, John Lovitz, Kathy. It's got Kathy in it. Najimy, Najimy, and Breckin Meyer. Both of them voice King of the Hill characters. Breckin Meyer actually does Joseph from season 5 to 13.
There you go. I was in a box says Hank twerking should be illegal. Baby T says he loves the new intro song, says it slaps. I really appreciate that, guys. Thank you very much for that.
Oh, and Rat Race, was wrote and directed by the guy who did Airplane, Top Secret, and Police Squad, which ended up being adapted obviously into that. Yeah, and he's also the director of Ghost.
This is one of the brothers. What's his name?
His name is Jerry Zucker.
Yeah, Zucker brothers. Yeah. They made all those Top Secret, Airplane, Police Squad. Boy, they made as many of those kind of movies as they could while they were hot.
Yeah, they did. Kentucky Fried Movie, but also fun fact.
Kentucky Fried Movie was the first one. Like it's almost like a what do you call a collection of stories? It's like these little
anthology.
Yeah, it's like an anthology, but for comedy, and it's like these little quick hitters, you know.
Yeah, I have to check that out. I've never seen that one, but he did also
a lot of breasts.
He worked with the guy who did 3 of the 5. He worked with a guy named Craig or something, Craig Mazin or something, the brother David. He worked with them on 3 of the 5 Scary movies. He actually directed 2 of them. He directed Scary Movie 3 and Scary Movie 4.
Wow. It is hard to believe there were that many Scary movies, but yeah.
And he also produced Phone Booth, which if you haven't seen Phone Booth, it is just literally
Goldberg movie.
No, it's a Colin Farrell movie. It's where
I know what you're talking about.
There's like a sniper, which I think ends up being Kiefer Sutherland, is like wanting to shoot him and kill him, but he's literally just standing in his phone booth on the phone, and then like he's got cops with guns. It's just a whole thing. Yeah, it's pretty good.
I was thinking about Jumpin' Jack Flash with freaking Whoopi Goldberg in it. She made some terrible movies. Hey, I have a little quiz. Pie. Yeah. Pie was good. Life of Pi is a good movie. All right, I've got a little quiz here I want us to take, and then we'll talk about New Year's and stuff afterwards and get this sucker moving. So unfortunately, I can't get rid of the ads and stuff here, but let's just take this quiz. It says if you've watched every episode of King of the Hill, this quiz should be a total breeze for you. Now, this was just back in November that somebody came up with this. This is BuzzFeed, of course. So this kind of harkens back to some of the stuff we've done before. So here we go. These super hard questions. Who created King of the Hill?
Mike Judge and Greg Daniels.
Okay, let's say yes to that. We are correct. What do you know? What city is it set in?
Arlen, Texas. I got a funny story about it too. So in my early 20s, I used to rent a room from a friend of mine's dad. The friend of mine's dad was a truck driver, so he literally was gone all the time. He literally just rented this 3-bedroom house just to come and hang out like once a month. So me and his son like lived there while he wasn't there, kind of thing. Well, he was a older guy. He'd been driving for 30 years. You know, he'd been, like that's all he's ever done in his life is drive a truck over the road. And he's a very peculiar guy. He listened to nothing but talk radio, mostly Rush Limbaugh, you know, right wing stuff.
Yeah.
And I used to fuck with him all the time and be like, man, you ever drive through Arlen over there by Durndal? And he'd be like, oh, yeah, man, I hauled the freight through there probably about a month ago. You he just talking like he doesn't even know that it's a fictional town or nothing.
That's very funny.
Love fucking with him. Yeah, it was great.
Who yells, "That's my purse"? We know that's Bobby. Remember,
Bobby.
This is a hard quiz. What's the name of the alley where the guys drink beer?
The alley doesn't have a name, but I would say Rainy Street, but that can't be right. I thought Rainy Street.
That's not right. I think Rainy Street's the front one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which character is voiced by Brittany Murphy? Luann Platter. Who does Bobby wrestle in season 2?
Con Jr.
Con's not on there. Connie?
Yeah, Con Jr.
Okay. All right. There you go. Luann attends which local community college?
Heimlich County Community College.
Heimlich County Community College. When did King of the Hill officially premiere on television?
1999.
No, it's 97. We got one wrong. January 12th, 1997. Lastly, how many seasons did the original run?
13.
13. We are right. We got 9 out of 10. So we are a propane prodigy. We scored better than 90% of all other quiz takers because all other quiz takers are morons.
That's a perfect shirt name. It could say propane prodigy on the top of it, and it could be Bobby with 2 wooden spoons beating on his stomach with the big head on. Says, propane tank.
I survived the BuzzFeed quiz.
Yeah, there you go.
This is I was in a box says most difficult King of the Hill quiz I've ever seen. Yeah, I don't know. There should be some sort of body or board that has to approve how difficult these things are before you can say things like that.
Yeah, it wasn't that difficult. That was actually easy. And I knew it was 97. I just said 99 just so we could have you got to get one wrong.
Sure. Oh, you know what? This is right here, too. McLean says, harking back to Breckenmeyer, he was friends with Brittany Murphy from Clueless and voiced Joseph after her.
Okay.
And then I was in a box just wants to make sure he is a propane prodigy as well. So let's talk about the new year.
The new year. It is upon us.
The new year is upon us, and it will bring us a new season of King of the Hill. So we'll get season 15 sometime. When did it come out last time?
August the 4th.
August. Okay. So it may be a little bit.
I took off work that whole week just for King of the Hill.
Yeah, you did. I'm hoping that they push it forward a little bit, maybe get it out a little quicker.
May. I wish something like May would be great.
Yeah, that would be great.
We'll see.
It would be great. What do you want?
Or if they're filming 2 seasons at a time, which I think is what they're doing, they need to give us one season at the beginning half of the year, and then another season at the last half of the year. I think that would be great.
That would be very nice. What do you want to see out of this new season?
Maybe some explanations for everybody who's not going to be there. Rest in peace, Jonathan Joss. He's definitely if they continue his character, which he isn't, which we've discovered he's not in as many episodes as we think he is. He's just a cult fan favorite. So really, I think he's easier to explain away than Luann and Lucky. So I feel like they're going to have to either replace, which is potentially, which is a very high possibility. They just replace Jonathan Joss's voice with somebody else to do John Redcorn. I would like to see, more characters from the run making a cameo, explain some of the characters that aren't there, or give us where they're at, what they're up to. Where is Luann? What is Luann doing? Where's Lucky? Where's Gracie, their baby? I was hoping we would see Gracie as a teenager at Hank's house in some capacity in this first season, but we didn't see that. I would like to see some of the kids from his school, maybe some Dooley, maybe even see Jimmy Witcher. Jimmy Witcher would be funny to see what happened to Jimmy Witcher.
I think Jimmy Witcher's an attorney now.
I think Jimmy Witcher had a brain worm, and that's what made him sound like that.
So what it is? He's friends with RFK Jr.?
Yeah, well, I think RFK Jr. sounds a bit like Jimmy Witchard, and I think if they get the brain tumor out, I think he'll be all right. Well, you said lawyer. RFK was an environmental lawyer, so I think it cans. I need cans. It makes sense. He's
the bad thing is like
protecting our environment.
With currently what's going on in the U.S., I could see somebody standing at a podium in the White House saying, "Give me them good smash'ems."
I need some smash 'em cans.
Some smash-ems. Yeah, I am hoping for the same thing. I want to know what all these people have been doing. I want to know where they're at, what their story is. But I don't think I necessarily want them replacing them.
Nah, I don't want to replace them. Nah,
Yeah.
I don't want to replace voices. They didn't have Luann at all. They had no Luann. Yeah, that would be great to see.
That one's sweet right there. Yeah, Baby
days.
T says flashback to Lady Bird's last days. That's cool.
I like that one too. But yeah, because you can't now that you went a whole season without talking about Luann or mentioning her, you can't just have somebody doing her voice and bring her back.
Yeah.
She was gone for an entire season. So
Mhm.
they either need to tie that up or just never address it. I think that's what's going to happen is they either address it and maybe tie it up a little bit, or they just act like it's just.
It's so weird to
there.
have. It's so weird to have Hank's stepmom and not have Luann. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like you jumped the queen or something. She's just not there. What about for the new year for you? What are you hoping to accomplish?
I would like to, I guess, get some more guests. I really want to get some more guests, more people that are associated with this show or other shows. Just people that are in the industry, more industry people, preferably people attached to King of the Hill. So that's one of my goals that I want to push. And then us getting some merch would be great.
Mm-hmm.
Getting like a merch store or something going, and continuing on and hoping that maybe one day we'll get to have a conversation, even if it doesn't get recorded, with Mike Judge. That's the goal.
Would be nice.
Or just an acknowledgement. I don't even care if he talks to us or anything, but just a share, like, oh, look at these guys. Just anything that gets us closer to the people that made the show, because without them making the show, this wouldn't be really as interesting, would it?
That's absolutely true. Yeah, it'd just be me and you talking about crap.
Yeah.
Well, I think those are both very great goals. I am looking forward to the merch, definitely, and that is something that will be happening. I was in a box, says 2026, so stickers will be sent out. Yes, we will make sure that people get stickers. I know we've been saying that for like 2 years or whatever, but I have 3 different phrases for our first, and I'm trying like hell to find them here. I may have deleted them, but I'm trying to find the phrases that I would like to put on a shirt. So here's the deal with this is just my preference. Okay. I like shirts from shows that mention things that you wouldn't know what the hell it means unless you're actually a fan of the show. And so I like that inside baseball type stuff, So one of them we had was Boomhauer saying money's like the wind, you don't feel it unless it's moving. The second one was 2 of them were from today. One of them was had to do with the Probots. Actually 2 of them had to do with the Probots. One of them was just that banner of no learning. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these on a social media, probably Instagram. I'll put all 3 quotes on there. And if you guys can go and vote for them, I would really appreciate that. And we will make
vote for them.
We'll make whatever shirt wins, and we'll make it available. So that is my challenge to you guys. Yeah.
Baby T said he wants more live reactions from you and me. What do you mean by live reactions? Live reactions of watching King, like like we did with King of the Hill, or you just want to hear us react to whatever? I mean, because we could definitely. I mean, React channels make tons of money on. Yeah, they make React channels make tons of money on YouTube, so we could definitely segue into reaction videos. We just make a whole new YouTube page of Mike and Rusty react, or old white man.
Would not be hard. Yeah,
old white man, young white man react.
That's it. We got to find a young white man.
Or oh yes, I was going to say old white man and older white man. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
There you go.
Yeah, just let us know if you want us to do something like that. We'd love that. Oh, he says watch alongs. So yeah, that's great. Yeah, we'll do that as soon as season 15 comes out. We'll start watching along. But maybe we do some extra stuff where we watch some extra stuff. And reaction videos would actually be 6, as I was in a box. I wouldn't mind doing some of that. I think I wouldn't mind it. I think it's a lot of fun.
I watch a lot of weird sports, so we could watch like weird sports highlights and react to them.
Well, and we were doing Swimmer's Ear there for a while too, which we might want to get back to because it's actually started to kind of chart for us. And so
for whatever reason,
those were mostly reaction videos to Adult Swim stuff. But yeah, I'm glad you guys like the watch-alongs. That's great. I was a little scared that they wouldn't be enough for you, but we appreciate you guys always being here. Rusty, you got anything for a Friday?
No, just everybody have a safe New Year's.
Please do.
Do not drink and drive.
Don't drink and drive.
So many free opportunities to get a ride home. I think Uber gives free rides on New Year's Eve.
If you are in Waco, the Zimmerman Law Firm, I was in a box. I randomly whisper Swimmer's Ear on a daily basis. That's great.
I like that. That's good.
The Zimmerman Law Firm in Waco, and I think Colleen, gives free rides for New Year's. So if you need a ride and you're drunk or whatever, please call them, get a ride. Easy to look up.
Please do, yeah.
Just stay home, eat a gummy, and watch some fireworks or something. I mean, it's just as easy. There's no reason to go kiss somebody under the mistletoe or talk about things that you're going to do for 2026 that you'll never do. Do things that are realistic. Stay home. Watch a movie.
There you go. Stay home.
All right. I think that does it for us. That will wrap up a Friday. We thank all of you for being here. Rusty, you want to tell them where else they can find us?
Yeah, you can find us at BWAAAKOTH on pretty much all social media. I'd appreciate it if you guys could go to our YouTube, youtube.com/@BWAAAKOTH.
That's it. And be on the lookout on our social media. I'm just going to go ahead and say Instagram for the choices of shirts. I'll give you the quotes only. And then the shirts will be made with those quotes in mind, and we will make a big deal out of making those available to you guys. And since you guys are our insiders, we'll probably give you a special code or something, and you can save a little money on that first shirt. So
yeah, we could do a discount code. I think that would be cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right,
I think I have one more thing. We had some new comments on Spotify real fast from our Spotify comment list. They'll hurry up and load. I was going to read some. So
appreciate it.
Let's see. Thanks, I listen here instead of YouTube.
Baby T.
In WRUK89 says Bill would have a crush. This is season 8, episode 6. After the mold rush, he said Bill would have a crush on whoever Hank was married to. He just wanted Hank's life because it's perfect compared to everyone else's marriage. Dale's being cheated on, Bill's divorce. Obviously, he doesn't want to be a player like Boom Howard. BOOM HOWARD. Boom.
I think I used to live next door to Mr. Boom Howard.
Yeah, Mr. Howard.
No, that's great. That's great. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right on that, though. That it's all about having Hank's life, is what it is.
Absolutely, it is.
I don't think that dump truck of a woman is what he's really in for. He just wants the life.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Well, guys, that leaves one thing left to say, and that thing is
Oima Tanya.
Oima Tanya, indeed, guys. Happy New Year. Stick with us for 2026. We'll see you. Wimatanye, motherfuckers. Yeah, baby. Wimatanye to all of you guys. Thank you so much for being here, guys. We really appreciate it. And have a great week. Have a good new year, and we will see you again on Monday. Okay? Thanks, guys. From the Hamilton News Central, goodbye.